Hi, thank you for joining the Technology, Arts, and Media webinar. My name is Marisa Reynolds. I am the academic advisor here at Atlas in the College of Engineering and Applied Science. The first screen that you see is a picture of the Atlas Roser building. This is the building that you're going to spend a lot of your time in when you're here on campus. Most of our Atlas classes are taught in this building. It is the geographic center of campus, close to the University Memorial Center. I wanted to introduce you to three people in our program. The first is Matt Bethencourt. He's the director of the TAM program. He teaches the Design Foundations class that all of you will be taking this fall, which is Atlas 1100. He also teaches game design development classes along with sound classes. The next person is Eileen Pierce. She will be teaching Atlas 1300, the Computational Foundations 1 class this fall, and she also teaches mobile app design development and web front-end development. And then the last picture is me. I am your advisor. So if you're in the Technology, Arts, and Media program this fall, I will be your advisor. I am pretty much your go-to if you have any questions about anything on campus. If I don't know the answer, I can help to figure it out with you. So you will get to know me and you will have to meet with me every semester, and I really look forward to meeting with all of you. I want to go through some things for you to think about that are coming up this summer. So in the month of June, you should have already taken the Calc Math Readiness exam. Even if you have credit coming in for calculus, you still have to take this exam. So if you haven't done it yet, if you could please go and do that, that would be great. Batch registration, which means when we say batch registration, we choose classes that we want you to be pre-enrolled in before your enrollment period opens up. So that begins around June 18th. So after that time, you could log in and you could see what classes you've been batched enrolled in. And then you can also see, you know, what time of day they are, what days of the week, and then you can kind of plan your schedule around those classes. If you have not finished the online experience, please do that. You have to complete this online experience before you can select an enrollment window. So make sure to do that, get it finished so that you can go ahead and select a time to start enrolling in your fall classes. I have all of the different enrollment windows listed on this slide. The first one is July 8th through 11th, and then the last one is August 5th through 8th. The university, for like a lot of the lower division classes, will try to save seats in each class and sort of open up more seats each enrollment period. So don't feel like if you don't get the July 8th week enrollment window and you get a later one, it doesn't mean that all the classes are going to be taken and you're not going to be able to get into anything. We do try to kind of set aside some seats in each class and then slowly open them up for each enrollment window. So just be aware of that. You're not allowed to waitlist in any class during your enrollment, so also that's important to know. And then, like I said, right now you have access to go in MyCU Info and start searching for classes. You can choose classes that you're interested in, put them in your shopping cart. This doesn't mean that it's going to hold a spot for you in that class. It's just a really nice way to add those classes to a place where you can like quickly go back and see it. And then when you're ready to enroll in them, you can go to your shopping cart, click the classes you want to take, and then enroll in them from there. So Atlas 1100, which is our Design Foundations class, there's a description on this slide of what that class entails. And then Atlas 1300, Computational Foundations 1, those are two Atlas classes that I am having all of you batch enrolled in this fall. So you will see those on your schedule. One thing that I want you to be aware of is that if you are really interested in completing a computer science minor or even doing a double major, then you should drop Atlas 1300 during your enrollment window and then add CSCI 1300 instead. CSCI 1300 is Introduction to Programming through the Computer Science Department, and it is a required course for the computer science minor and for the major. So just please take note of that and adjust your schedule accordingly. In the month of July, your AP credit and transfer credit should show up in your record here. You should be able to click on your audit and see all of your transfer credit listed in there. So make sure that you send your scores to our admissions office. You'll have to send them in order for us to have them. So make sure that you do that. During this month, you're going to register for your classes during your enrollment window. If you choose one that's in July, most of them are. There's, I think, one in August. Make sure, if you have any holds or to-do items, you take care of those. And then again, you can adjust your schedule. You can drop a batch enrolled class, like I said, for the Atlas 1300 and take something else. Please do not drop Atlas 1100. If for some reason the time for that class makes it really hard for you to take a required course, maybe for a RAP program that you're in, then just reach out to me and I can kind of help figure out what we're going to do with that. But just don't drop that class without letting me know. The month of August, we will be hosting an event called Engineering Launch that takes place August 22nd and August 23rd. All engineering students have to attend both of these days. And you're going to be busy during the entire day from 8 to 5. You will get the opportunity to come over to the Atlas building on August 23rd. You're going to show up at 9 o'clock that day. We are going to do something called the Meet Your Major. We'll have some programming for that. And then after that ends, we will have lunch for you in the Atlas building with all of the incoming TAM students. So you'll get an opportunity to meet all of your classmates on that day. All right, I'm gonna walk through the degree audit, just kind of show you how to see your AP and transfer credit, because I know a lot of you will have transfer credit and will just be curious to see how that has transferred in. So if you log into My CU Info, you go to the Student tab. On the left side, you can see the red box around it. It says Track Academic Progress. If you click on that, it'll bring you to this screen. Once you get to this screen, you're going to select Transfer Evaluations. Then from there, it'll pull up a screen that looks somewhat like this. It'll have the classes that you've taken listed. And I know this looks very confusing, so I'm going to walk you through what all of this means. So for example, the first class that this student took is an exact equivalent to a class that we teach here at CU. It's actually a class that I just talked about, the CSCI 1300 course. So this student took MCS 140, and then the next line, it shows you that counts as CSCI 1300. So it counts as an exact equivalent to a class that we teach. This next course that this student took, Physics the 123, Physics for Science and Engineering 1, this class transferred to CU Boulder. However, it's not transferring as an exact equivalent to a class that we offer here. It's transferring as a physics course, but it's giving it generic credit. So if so this class for TAM would possibly count for a science elective. You just need to reach out to me to talk to me about that. The next class that you see is a class that actually it could transfer. It's not saying that it has transferred yet. It's just asking you to provide a syllabus for the course so that we can figure out how exactly this class would transfer. So if you see anything that says needs syllabus, you can talk to me and we can discuss how to go about getting credit for that class if you want credit for that class. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is My CU Hub. this is a place where you're going to visit a lot. So the hub is a really nice sort of a resource that gives you tons of information. It shows you any holds or alerts that you have. It'll show you if you have meetings scheduled. It provides links to your degree audit, to MyCU info. It shows you the classes that, it shows you that what major you are, any minors that you might have, your math placement results. It also has pictures of people who are a part of your success team. So when you log into the hub, my picture will be there. And I'll get to scheduling an appointment here in a minute, but let me just kind of go through some other things. So to make an appointment, you're going to click on my photo, and then that's where the holds are, degree audit. So once you click on my photo, on the left-hand side, it says, welcome to academic advising. I need help with, and then you choose what you need help with. So if you click on meet with a member of my success team, and then you hit next, it'll just pull up my schedule, and you'll get to see if you have multiple people as a part of your success team, it'll pull up all of their calendars. You can deselect some people if you just wanted to see my calendar, for example. And then you can see when I have drop-in advising, when I have open appointments. If you pull up my schedule and you see no open appointments, just go to the next week or even click to a few weeks out, because my schedule can sometimes get filled up pretty quickly. So just keep looking for an appointment that works for you. If you don't see anything that works for you, you can always reach out to me and we can figure out a time for you to come in. Okay, so some different websites that you're going to want to bookmark. The first one is this general advising website. This has academic standing policies listed on it, student resources. If you need to petition or submit like a change of major form or any type of form, those are all found on here. A list of all the advisors are found on here. So this is a really great page to bookmark. Another thing for you to know is that we have a lot of resources here on campus for academic support. And I can't stress this enough, is that if you ever feel like you're struggling in a specific class or just in general with time management, or you're having a hard time with studying, anything, there are resources for you, and you guys pay for these resources with your tuition. So I highly encourage you to get the help that you need early on, because oftentimes if you don't get that help early on and you wait until middle of the semester, end of the semester, then it's hard to bounce back at that point. So the first resource is academic coaching. We have 3 academic coaches within engineering college. One of the academic coaches is located on East Campus. The other 2 are located in the engineering center. You can schedule an appointment with them and talk about anything that you want to talk about. They can help give you some different resources and strategies and have a long conversation with you. Another resource is the Bold Center. The Student Success Center specifically within the Bold Center has free drop-in tutoring for a ton of engineering classes. So that's really important to note. If you need help with, a computer science class, for example, you can go there and get help with it. There's the engineering library. That's just a really great place for if you want to study. They have engineering software in there. Another thing too is in Atlas, we will have tutoring hours there as well. So we'll have students who can tutor other students in all of our different classes. Those times haven't been figured out yet for the fall, but if you have any questions about that, reach out to me. It'll be posted on our website. And then the link at the bottom of this screen is just a link to all of this stuff, different academic support resources. So that's another great link to bookmark if you have any questions. Some of the maker spaces and Atlas Labs here on campus are listed here. So the Idea Forge, which is in the Kittredge Loop, this has a machine shop, welding shop, electronics lab. They have so much stuff, and they have a lot of different not-for-credit workshops that you can do if you're really interested in that. The ITLL has a lot of really cool things too, tons of 3D printers, 3D scanners. The BTU lab is located in the Atlas building, and we have a bunch of things too. So you're welcome to use any of these maker spaces. And then the Atlas Research Labs, there's more than what's listed here, but if you go to the link on here, you can get a full description of each of these labs, but they're labs ranging everywhere from robotics to game design to like wearable technology. So I would definitely check out these labs. A lot of the faculty members for these labs will hire undergrad students to come and do work with them. So if you're really interested in, you know, specifically like game design or game development, you can go reach out to Matt Bethencourt in the What Lab. And then, of course, all the other labs too. So that's the end of my presentation. I just want to thank all of you again for joining in. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I look forward to meeting all of you.